Hi, in this video today I want to share with you a framework that I believe might help you to get started with your business here in Japan. I've started my own company here in Japan last year, and while everyone around me was telling me it was going to be extremely complicated because I don't speak Japanese, overall it was actually a pretty smooth path from having an idea to setting up the company to running a business. In today's video, I want to share with you the framework that has helped me to do that. The framework has 4 questions that you have to deep dive into. The 4 questions are what, why, who, and where. Let's start with what. Identify exactly what kind of business you would like to start here in Japan. And I mean, you're just so lucky because these days, you can do literally everything with ChatGPT. And so I will invite you to brainstorm with ChatGPT and use this prompt.
You are now my business coach, and you will help me come up with a great business plan according to my passion and current ideas. Ask me questions in order to come up with a business plan and help me identify each roadblock that I will face from idea/plan to execution and running the company.
With this prompt and really playing with ChatGPT and the latest model of O1, you should be able to brainstorm with the model and come up with somehow a very actionable plan, which then will take you to the next question to answer, which is why. So the next phase is actually answering the question why and why not. When you ask yourself why, try to really figure out what's this itch you have in you. Why do you actually want to own a business? Why do you want to start something on your own? And really try to figure out the motivations, because often people, they think they want to own a business, but they don't. They just want to do a different kind of work, and they might not necessarily want all the responsibilities coming with, starting a company. So kind of allowing yourself to really sit down and again, maybe brainstorm with GPT to figure out those things is extremely helpful. And ask the other side of things, like why not? Like what is actually stopping me? And try to come up with all the kind of, again, the roadblocks that you have mostly like mentally, and try to address them. Once that is done, you take it to the next level. So the next question being who? You have to ask yourself, who has gone through that journey already? Like, who can actually share me wisdom of their achievements? How did they do it? And setting up a map of who those people are is the next step. So try to come up with as many people as possible. It's very important to showcase in a very precise way your problems, because it will show people that you, first of all, did your homework. You really have specific questions that cannot be answered by from GPT. You really try to tap into their wisdom and try to figure out how did you do it. Make sure to really have as many people as possible on that map when it comes to who has achieved what I'm trying to do. And this will lead me to the last part of the framework, which is where can I find those people? And honestly, it's so easy because nowadays, especially in Japan, most people are on LinkedIn. When it comes to expats and business founders, they're all on LinkedIn. So you can literally reach out to everybody on LinkedIn, send a cold message. Hello, my name is, I'm currently starting my journey in terms of founding my own company here in Japan. Based on your background, I believe you've been through that journey already, and it will be absolutely amazing if I could have 20 to 30 minutes of your time to ask you very specific questions that will allow me to reach my goals faster. If you are open for a conversation, so let me share with you some pitfalls that I fell into, and I hope I can help you to avoid. Here are 4 things not to do. The first one is to not expect others to do the hard work for you. What I mean by that is when you get a chance to meet someone that has achieved what you're trying to achieve, all you can really ask here is their experience and their journey. Don't ask people to actually, do the work for you. You can obviously always ask for referrals, which I will pretty much always do. Try to always meet more people. But overall, if people give you 20 to 30 minutes of their time, that's all you should really expect here. And the second big mistake that I made quite often in the past is to make the meeting about myself. Meanwhile, you should make it all about the other person, because you're trying to extract as much value as possible. And people genuinely, I don't think they really want to hear about, you and your story. Like, unless they're asking
who
for
cares?
it, I will really make the meeting all about them, try to extract as much value as possible. And so this is something that I often made a mistake in the past, was like, I will meet people that are, generous with their time, and then I will make the entire meeting about myself. Meanwhile, I actually ended up not extracting as much value as possible from that person's experience and wisdom. A third big mistake that I used to make, which is pretty much aligned with the previous one, is that I used to dominate the conversation. And when you get one of those meetings and you end up realizing that you have talked the most during the meeting, you kind of messed up. I believe that when you get into one of those meetings where people will share their experience and their wisdom, you should be able to kind of showcase, first of all, how serious you are about your goal, why you want to do it, and how they can help you. And that should not take more than 5 minutes. And so make sure to not dominate the conversation. And the fourth mistake that I used to make is to not ask, how can I help you? And I think when you start in your journey, the kind of the assumption that you will make is that you cannot really help anyone because you're so early in your journey. And this is simply not true. Like, there's always a way to help out people. And so it's very important that you ask, like, how can I help you? How can I return you the favor that you just made to me? And it is extremely important to ask that question, because in the end, you will be surprised on how much you can actually help people. And that's where the whole snowball effect starts, right? Because they help you, you help them, they help you even more. And like, overall, what I'm trying to get to here to wrap up this video is like, this journey is not supposed to be done by yourself. You're supposed to get extremely good at asking for help and showcasing to people that you're actually listening. And so hopefully, to wrap up this video, hopefully with this framework, you will be able to get a little bit closer to your goals. To wrap up this video, there is a final message that I want to share, which is that I really hope I don't come across as someone who seemed to have figured it all out. It's quite the contrary. Like, since I started this whole journey, I fail more every day, and I keep forcing myself to fail more. And I am so early in my journey. The reason I want to make those videos is because I want to get more comfortable in front of a camera, and I want to share my journey overall, because I do believe that it will help me connect with more people out there that want to start a business or that are already maybe further down the journey and can help me. I also want to, inspire others to start, because they should realize that there is nothing special about me, and that if I can do this in Japan while not having a degree, while not speaking Japanese, so can you. And so I invite you to put down in the comments what you're trying to achieve here in Japan, what is maybe stopping you, and what kind of people are you looking for out there. What I would absolutely love through those videos is to see collaborations happening through the comments, like people actually, meeting through the comments, through engagement. And feel free to reach out to me as well on LinkedIn. I'm always open to chat with people. If you're here in Japan, even if you're out of Japan, and you're trying to come to Japan, feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn. This is really all about, sharing and growing together. Thank you for watching this video. If you sticked around until the end, appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.